So what are we going to do now? We're going to step into another technique, which is the right hand. We had the left hand, now we're going to do the right hand. The right hand, for these exercises we're going to do, is most a tapping function. We're going to go through these exercises fast. And like I told you before, you hold your pick in your right hand. You never lose that. You don't put it on, I explained you why. So, you get 3 fingers left. Very easy exercise to start with is a 3-note exercise, and it goes like this. We have a 1, 2, 3 notes. 1, 2 would be, and 3 would be. The important thing, muting the strings, use your second finger as your tapping finger of your right hand, and have 3 notes that are equal in distance, in length. So we have, see, 1, so that's not going to be this. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll speed that up. Just to make it sound a little more musical, I'm going to add another note. So I'm going to change from the 5th fret from my left hand to the 7th fret, which is going to go like this. Makes it sound a little more nicer to play. Another exercise you can do is you just think about all the notes on the thinnest string. You go like... something like that. Make the exercises you want to play, make them fun for you to play. So, now the second one is a 4-note sequence. It involves also the open string, because it's very easy to go. You have 2 notes already, it's very easy. Then we have the 5th and the 7th fret. We're thinking about 4 notes now, so we're going to go like this. So that kind of thinking, if I make this a sequence exercise, so I'm going to use different steps, so it's more fun and more musical to play. We have, for instance, this. We start on the 5th and the 7th fret. We do that 4 times. Then we change to the 7th and the 10th fret. Then we change to 7, 8. And then we go to 3, 5. So in total we have that's what we have in total. If you speed that up, it's going to sound a lot more interesting. That's clear. But I'm doing now, I'm playing this 4 notes in 4-note sequence, in a 4-time sequence every time. So I have like 16 notes every time I play that. If you, for instance, you're playing in a 3/4, you'd play them 3 times. If you're in a 5/4, you play them 5 times. You see, that's just the benefit of this exercise. Now, the next one is going to sound very, very normal, and it's going to be a 3-note exercise again, which is going to be like this. So what I'm doing is the same thing. I'm hitting 1, the first note. The second one is the open string. And the third one is the fretted note with the left hand. And I'm changing from 5, 7 to 8 to 7 to 5 to 7 to 8 to 7 to 5. So once again, slowly. Speed it up. Something like that. This next one is a 2-string tapping exercise. It's involving around a minor pentatonic shape, which is on the 2 thinnest strings would be like this. Then I'm at the 12th fret and the 12th fret to tap on. So in total we have See, the easy thing is, once you're using this tapping technique, for your right hand, every time when I change a string, I'm going to be tapping a note from my right hand, which is, again, like I told you before, the indicator of the rhythm you're going to play. Your right hand tells you the basic counting you have to do in your head. The basic count, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, is the right hand for the exercises we're doing now. So once again, if I go like this, it's clear that I think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I speed that up, I'm not gonna be thinking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 because it's way too difficult. I'm just gonna do my right hand, which says every time I have 3, I'm gonna go 1 note. See? Okay, good. This next exercise, and that's a lot of fun, is a longer exercise, which makes it sound, let's say, in a sequence kind of way over a certain chord progression. Very interesting. We have an A minor. Then we have an A minor with a G sharp note in it, which would be E major. Then we have A minor with a G in the bass. And then we have with F sharp. Then the scale goes down to F. Then it goes up again. And then we go to A again. So the exercise will be starting off with an open note to start with. When I'm playing this, it's clear that I'm thinking in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Da, 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 da. So I go. Then I go 2, 4, 7. Then I go 3, 7. Then I go 2, 5. Then I go 1, 5. Which is kind of a difficult shape. Let me show you the back of my guitar, what I'm doing with my thumb, because you don't see that. I'm using this like this. I'm not trying to get my guitar grip like this because it's not working. I gotta do it like this in order to get this shape working and get as much strength in my pinky that I need. So I'm taking my guitar like this. When I'm gonna do bends and whatever, I'm gonna go more this kind of shape. I'm playing this, for instance, stuff like this. I'm using more my thumb because I need that force. But I'm doing a big stretch. I'm gonna put my thumb in the middle of my guitar neck and I'm gonna squeeze. No, it's not really squeezing, but you need the same force in your pink as in your first finger. So the fourth one and the first, they need the same kind of thing, which is very difficult in the beginning. So these big shapes, get your guitar, get your thumb in the middle and squeeze it like this. Yeah. So this exercise again, if we play it completely, I'll first play this one fast and then slow, because then you hear the exercise, because it's a kind of a long one, kind of classical, musically influenced. We go like this. So what I'm doing is always this six note kind of sequence. First chord is 5/8. Second one is 4/7. Third one is 3/7. Then we have 2/5. And we have 1/5, this very big shape. Remember, with your thumb. Then we go back to A minor. And then at the ending, we make it a turnaround thing. We go like the 4 to 7. So it's 4/7, 5/8, 7/10, back to 4/7, and then we're back in the beginning. So once again. Okay, this next exercise, now it's going to be a little more difficult. We're not going to use 2 fingers, we're going to use 3 fingers. All the exercises we've been doing before, we're going to use those and we're going to add the right hand. So, as a starting exercise, we have an open string, and we have 5, 7, 8, and we have 12 with the right hand, going down again to 8, 7, 5, and 0. So in total we have if you hear this, it's clear it's not a 3-note sequence, it's a 4-note sequence, but you're playing 3 notes with your right hand, with your left hand, so it's kind of getting complicated. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We goes like this. If I speed that up, it sounds really, really nice. Okay, so that's something to work on. Now the next exercise, now it's going to be fun, is we're going to start playing on 6 strings and using this tapping exercise. So your right hand and your left hand will be playing on 6 strings. We just start off with the basic A minor pentatonic scale, which is for your left hand this. Now, for your right hand, as a starting exercise, we're just going to use the 12th fret to tap every time 1 note. We got this. Remember, like I told you before, once you change in strings, we're going to go from thin to thick, from the first one to the 6th one. Once you change strings, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first hit the note with my left hand. So very slowly, 2 strings, what I have is this. You see? So it goes first hitting there and then the right hand to add a little juice and to make it start again. Same thing. If I do that in one time, I go like this. If I go a little faster, it goes like this. Now, why not think, I'm still thinking, if I'm playing 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, why not playing the E minor pentatonic scale and the A minor pentatonic scale at the same time? Makes it sound a lot more interesting, because if I'm playing E minor on an A minor chord, there's only one note that is different, and that's this one in the E minor scale and this one in the A minor scale. So if I'm playing this note over an A chord, it's going to sound like an A minor 9 chord, which makes it way more open, like this. So if I'm doing that, I can do like an exercise, which goes like this. What I'm doing is I'm tapping just the E pentatonic scale. That's what I'm doing. So, see, once again. Slow. Once again, fast. Do a little experimentations with that. Why not go into the scale and stay in one position? So what I was doing there was like, And then I went to this, sliding back. That's another thing. And then, if you remember the times when you were learning guitar in the very beginning, you were learning your chords and you had these fingers like, ow, what is happening? The same thing is going to happen here once you start doing the sliding things. But anyway, that's something for in the near future. Now, the other lick I explained before, I'm going to play again. It was this A minor Dorian scale with a flat 5 note, a long name just for this. I did this. That kind of thing. So it's based around the same thing, around this A minor pentatonic scale, just with some added notes to make it go faster. I don't think you can play so fast with alternate picking or whatever. Once again, it's not important when you play fast or slow. It's always got to be beneficial to what you're doing in your composition. But once you can play fast without thinking like, I'm going to play something fast, it's always going good. You have a start note and you have an end note. Everything that's in between is different. The first note you begin with is very important, and the last one you stop on is even more important. So, another thing which we could do, and now it's going to be a little more difficult anyway. We're going to start these tapping exercises over 6 strings. For instance, if I would be doing this, I have a short sequence, which I'm going to play with my left hand first, and then I'm going to add my right hand. If I go like this, that kind of thing. Now I'm going to add these tapping notes, which I'm going to start on the 12th fret. See, that's what makes it difficult. Once again, slow. I stay in the shape that I have here, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 10, sorry, and I'm tapping the 12th fret. I'm doing that twice. Then I go up the scale, normally, like the scales we were doing in the beginning. Then on this point, I go back to the D string, and I move it up an octave. Just the same thing. Then I go to the B string again. And I'm stopping there. So in total, very slowly. That's the exercise. If we speed that up, we go. Something like that. I'm always thinking in 4s. So you see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start doing is something in E minor scale. E minor scale, which we can use on an A minor chord. So we have the basic thing we're going to work with is this kind of going down pattern, which is what we're going to do now is we're going to use a longer sequence on 6 strings, and we're going to add these tapping notes with the right hand. So what do we have? We have a longer sequence which will go like this, still in the A minor scale. So once again, we'll be thinking about this kind of shape. We're going to add these tapping notes, which are going to go like. If I do that slowly. I have that. So. Kind of thing. You see, once I'm doing this, I'm concentrating on making different shapes in my left hand. It's going to be an octave thing. So the listener will hear like this is an octave, this is an octave, this is an octave. But I'm trying to change every kind of little thing I can change in my left hand. So I'm going like a 17 note, a 16 or whatever. So very slow the basses. Once again, when you hear it in the music, it's going to sound a whole lot different.